Hi everyone. I'm here with Keerthana and Keerthana. If you want to introduce yourself.
Hey guys, I've played cricket for like about 3 or 4 years, and I'm like a right-handed batter and a right arm medium pace bowler.
All right. I'll just get started with like the questions. So, what like first inspired you to play cricket, especially in the U.S.?
I think what really inspired me to play cricket is like when I watched like the Women's World Cup and stuff happen around that time, like 2018, 2017. Like it really inspired me like to see other girls like playing, and it pushed me to like actually ask my dad and be like, "Can I join an academy? Can I start playing cricket?" And like back then gully cricket was so common. Like I used to play with all the uncles and all the other boys.
So, were you like one of the first girls in your academy?
I wasn't actually like at that time we had a couple of girls and it was like tough to like form a team, but then we had like 6, 8 girls and like our academy was in New Jersey. So we had like a couple of girls, but like I wasn't the first though.
Yeah. So your academy did like separate teams for like girls and boys.
So it was tough, but we got enough people after a while that we had a girls team, and like some of the girls would also play with the boys. Like whenever it was like we were free to play for the girls team and like to play for like boys and stuff. So they made like a individual girls team.
All right. So, what is like some of your challenges playing here in the U.S.?
I really think I'm pretty sure a lot of players have this, but like the biggest challenge is like a lot of players have different coaches, right? And like when you go to one coach, you get this information, and then you go to another coach, you get this information. Some people tend to like mix stuff up and get confused. Like if you have like one coach that you're only gonna coach to, and he's gonna come and watch you during games, and then in practice he can tell you what you're doing wrong, it's better. But once you're in like USA cricket and like you make it to the USA team, you have different coaches and different stuff. Like they don't see you bat. It's just like different coaches. Like and like things don't like coaches have different coaching styles and like things don't mix a lot.
Right. So you're just saying like there's like too much different feedback going on.
Yeah, like, cause players like we already tend to think a lot when you're like, oh, duck out first ball. Oh no, what did I do wrong? And like, we have no back support. Like, once you fail, no one's gonna support you. But once you succeed, everyone's gonna be like, oh, congratulations, this, that, and whatsoever. But when you fail, you're gonna be thinking so much that you don't know what to do. And you're getting like tons of different of like advices from different coaches, but you don't know what to do. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have one coach, and you like fully trust that coach and he trusts in you, then you could like be a good player and understand what you need to do.
All right. So this was more like popularity in like cricket in the U.S. So like, what do you think needs to happen for like the sport to become like more mainstream?
I feel like we have like we're getting there, but the thing is if we start to like have cricket like in school, like as a school sport, we could really push it through like with all the kids. And like men's cricket is good and like women's cricket too, it's getting there, but I just need like we need to like we need more publicity in like women's cricket and like show that like it's not just a gentleman's game, like women are getting there too, and they're working hard too, as much as like men and everyone.
Yeah. So like more about like the facilities. Like how is like facilities and like coaching here in the U.S.
So the facilities, right? They're pretty good. Like I just wish that we had like more outdoor. Like if you go to PVCC in Houston, like they have outdoor nets, right? And then they
Yeah.
have the grounds too. I just wish we had like more of an outdoor because like when you're outdoor, you know like the wind condition and how you're actually gonna bat in the game. But like most of the facilities here are like indoors and it's just usually AstroTurf and like rarely some of them have like actual turf type of pitches. So I'm pretty sure they need to change something in that like type of facilities. But if I'm talking about like the facilities here, I see their hard work that they're putting through. Like they work a lot. I've seen people who are managing facilities and like they're really trying to help the kids get there. And I really like that about like here.
So going on your point about like pitches, like you think it's like so like obviously like PVCC is like natural turf, and like when you practice indoors or like more astroturf, you think it's like hard to like adjust to both quickly.
Yeah, because that's like getting to the point there. Like, yeah, because when you have Astro, right, the bounce is different. So it's obviously you're gonna have to like take some balls off and understand. So like people who haven't batted on turf like at all and just come, like it's more of like you have to play in the V. Like you have to focus more on drives and like getting down to the ball and driving it. So that's the only difference. And yeah, like when you first start to play on actual turf, it's really different. So like you don't know what's going on. And like if facilities had more of a turf type of thing, it would help like players like understand their game on turf too.
All right, so this is like so my next like questions are more like specific to like women's cricket in general and in the US. So like um would you say there's like many opportunities for female cricketers here in the US?
Right now, there's actually a ton of opportunities for like female cricketers because we have intra-regionals where over here it's like Houston versus Dallas, and in our like Houston zone, Austin, and San Antonio come under Houston. So like girls are getting a big opportunity to perform in like the women's pathway. So intra-regionals and then like women's senior national championship and stuff like that. And then once you get there, the U19 and stuff, and then you get into the camp. So we are getting a lot of opportunities to perform here, and that's good. Like after you leave out all like politics and stuff, like you are getting there, and if you perform, you're gonna go.
So have you gotten the opportunity to play in the interregionals?
Yeah, so I've gotten the opportunity to play in intra-regionals and then make it to regionals. But like unfortunately, I wasn't here last year. Like I played intras and then we had to go to India for like family emergency and stuff. And then I got selected for regionals and then I played this year for regionals. And it was a pretty good experience. Like instead of calling it regionals, they say women's senior championship. And like it's pretty good. Like all the girls who get there, they like deserve to be there. And like as long as like when you get there, you just need to like set your mind right and like no pressure, no stress. It's just if you're there, you're good enough. So you just need to believe in yourself and then get to U19 and then make it to big level.
So what's the like difference between playing in the seniors championship and the youth cricket here?
So the women's senior championship is just like a step before U19. So for women's seniors, they like just see which are the best performers and they take them in. But like obviously we're still 15, so that like we wouldn't be into consideration. But if it's like older kids, like college, like people who go to college, like I know like Geetika Kodali, she's like a women's USA women's player, like all the older kids, like this is where they need to perform. And for us younger kids, we need to perform in under 19. So like women's senior championships is just like a start for us to like try and like do better and then just experiment. And then for U19 is like where we actually play.
So so to my next question is like how much does USA cricket like support women's cricket here?
Here, USA Cricket has like done a lot, and like our sponsor, like Stonehill, like they've been like our longest sponsors, and like I know it's like we're not there yet. Like if we compare ourselves to like India or some other international teams, we're not there yet. But I see us getting there, and like the support that they've like given us is also good. Like when we had our women's senior championships, we had it in our Grand Prairie in Dallas where like all most of our international games happen. It was really like it was our luck to play on that ground, like an actual international ground, and I really like thank USA Cricket for that, for giving us like an opportunity to play on like an actual international ground, which like a lot of people don't get.
So would you say like women so you would say like women's cricket is like getting as much support as they could get, right?
Yeah, women's cricket is getting as much as support that they can get.
So like how so do you think like USA women's could be like a team to like watch out in the future?
For sure, because there's so much young talent coming in that we are definitely going to be a team to watch out for. And all like the camps, like the organization is getting better and stuff. So we're going to come hard and strong at everyone else.
Right. And so so recently the 2024 World Cup was here in the US, and MLC was also here, which is also getting traction around America. So like how do you think like these two tournaments will like help popularity of cricket?
So these big tournaments will like really like help for the people, like new people, like Americans who will like come and they're like baseball, baseball. But then once they start to see like, oh, like big teams, like international teams are coming here for cricket, obviously like they would change their mind, and I'm pretty sure they'd put one of their kids into playing cricket and trying to make it big. And like having big league stuff here is a really big opportunity for like everyone to look out for, and like a young talent to go out there and get selected for like teams like San Francisco and stuff. And it's really big that we're having big leagues and stuff going on around here.
So another question about is like so what would you say like the difference in like playing style is between like your normal games like MLC and your local tournaments compared to like the women's championship?
So in our local tournaments, there's no such thing as pressure because obviously there would be like a little bit of pressure, but I'm pretty sure you won't take it. Because local tournaments, you're just looking to get that practice. You're trying to hit that shot, right? You're just implementing whatever you're doing in practice. But when you go and play like bigger leagues like regionals and stuff, you're looking to perform. And like when you don't, like obviously it's a setback, but it's all like within your mindset and you need to look to perform. But when you're in your normal leagues, you're just like, yeah, like let's just make runs, let's just see. But when you get there, there's a lot more pressure than you think about it, because as a sports person, you're saying that you don't have pressure. Obviously, you're lying because there's always pressure on you for anything. So it's just that difference of having a little more pressure on you.
All right, so you've made it to so is the women's seniors championship like anyone can play or U19?
For that, anyone can play, but it always has to be like above the age limit of 15.
Right. Okay. Because I remember like even like in the U19 tryouts I wasn't like eligible because of that age group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The above 15 is it's kind of hard and stuff because I see this youngest kid. He's like 13 or something and he got selected for the IPL auction.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because there is like really good talent out here, and like but it's ICC rules U15. You got to be over that.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So what are your like goals in cricket here, like short term and long term?
So my short-term goals are just like trying to like get better day by day and maybe like make it to like U19 and stuff, and like try to make it big in cricket, like be like a pro. And like my long-term goal, like this is really big, but like I'd want to play like WPL, like a women's Premier League, because it's like a really big thing, like all these teams coming there. So yeah, that's my short and then long.
Right. Do you like hope to inspire like future generations of cricketers?
Yeah, obviously that's gonna be there because if they're gonna see me play, like they're obviously gonna ha get inspired, and they're like, oh wait, that's a girl playing. Like nowadays, like when I was little, I saw like women, female cricketers, and I was like, oh my God, they're playing, then I can play too. Like this is a sport that I can play. So yes, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna inspire other people.
Right. So you said you've been playing cricket for 3 to 4 years now. So how was like women's cricket back then compared to now?
So then back then, so I moved from New Jersey to Houston. Like it's been 2 years that I've been in Houston. But back then, when I was in New Jersey, when I first initially started cricket, it was really tough to get a lot of like women players to play and create like a whole girls team. But then after like a couple of months, we actually got more girls to play, and we finally created like a women's team, like Dream Cricket Dragons. That was our women's team, and we played in like tournaments, leagues. And then after that, we saw like a lot of other women's teams play. So then it was really, I was quite happy that like, oh, so there's other girls like me playing and I wasn't the only person.
That yeah. So you would so women's cricket is like growing at a rapid pace. You'd say yeah.
Yeah, women's cricket is growing at a rapid pace because all these people if you talk about Chetna Reddy Pagdiala, she scored like an amazing knock of like 156. Like showing that to the world like says something like women are doing stuff and like we are a thing to watch out for. And like that inspires a lot of little kids because I know like a lot of little kids are watching USA women play. And no matter like even if they're losing their games, it's okay because we know that you are inspiring others, and that's what really matters.
Yeah. So that's all the questions I have for you. Is there like anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, so like what I think like if like what would like my successful like thing be as a cricketer is like I would just imagine like our U19 USA team lifting the World Cup. I really feel like that's something that we can achieve obviously because of all the young talent that's coming in. Like I've literally been seeing like 10-year-old girls starting to play cricket and they're also pretty good. So I really think my successful cricketing career would be me lifting the World Cup for USA for U19.
All right. So thank you for answering all my questions here today, and thank you for coming on to the interview.
Thank you for having me. It was like a wonderful pleasure.
Yeah. All right. So thank you everyone for watching this interview, and I'll see you guys next time.